Hello, and welcome to Spicy Toast Gaming.
Thank you for tuning in to another Spicy Toast video. We're doing another first impressions. This time it's going to be for Pike. So taking a look at his star power, game start, grant Mariner's Ruse to 2 random allies. When you get the attack token, grant it to 1 more, draw 1. Now, Mariner's Ruse, not sure what that is. I tried to search within Path of Champions or within Legend of Runeterra, didn't come up. I also tried to Google it, didn't come up. And yeah, just not sure what that is. I'm guessing it's a Path of Champions item. So giving that to 2 random allies, and then when you get the attack token, grant it to 1 more. So stacking up your whole deck with it, not bad. And then draw 1. It'll really depend on what the Mariner's Ruse is. I think that this is probably going to be decent. Really annoying that they didn't actually link to what it is, which they normally do for whatever they're talking about. So we'll have to hop into game, but this is a first impression, so not going to do that here. I'll do that in the leveling video, which will come out tomorrow. But hopefully that's good. But stacking up your entire deck, that does fit the theme of Lurk. His 2-star plus 1 starting mana. When an ally dies, create a random lurker that costs 1 more in your deck. Granted 1/1. So very nice that you are trying to, or being fine with your units dying. Normally with Lurk, you have a lot of cheaper units, so constantly getting a refill for your units dying and then buffing them up, that's going to be pretty decent. The 3-star, I'm guessing, is just like a doubling effect of this. So you give it to more allies, maybe draw 2 at the start of the game. There could be a special 3-star. I'll definitely update you guys once that is in place. Once we have his 2-star, I can see what the 3-star actually is. We need to save our wild fragments for the other champions, though, to get them at least their 1-star. It's going to be interesting. I think it's probably going to be pretty good since Lurk, you're trying to stack your units up with that Lurk buff throughout the whole game, so it'll probably be fine. The 2-star, pretty strong. With this expansion, they've really made some really strong 2-star abilities. So giving you a refill whenever one of your units dies and then buffing it, pretty nice. This is really going to help you scale throughout the entire game. Let's just take a look at Pike himself, though. So 4 cost, 1/3. He has quick attack and then lurk. So when you attack, while I'm on top of your deck, I lurk, granting lurker allies +1 power, max once per round. So when I lurk, transforming into death from below. So that's right here, summon Pike striking an enemy, and this is very important, and we will see why in a moment. So level up, allied Pikes have dealt 15 plus damage. When I kill an enemy, I strike the weakest enemy, and this will scale off of itself. So even if Pike is blocking, he's striking, it doesn't matter. If he kills an enemy, he then strikes the next weakest enemy. So he can just repeat this chain and kill the entire enemy board. And so you're trying to scale Pike up through this lurk effect. And it's a lot of fun just absolutely decimating the board. His champion spell, Bone Skewer, an ally strikes an enemy, then moves to the top of your deck. So it's essentially recalled and put on the top of your deck. That way you know it's going to be a lurk card if you use this with lurk. That's why it's doing this. And it gives you a good way to guarantee that lurk effect. I'm back with the star powers. I'm guessing that the Mariner's Ruse is potentially giving your unit lurk. So it's probably just slowly making your entire deck lurkers. Granted, most of them will be anyways. So starting deck, Bloodbait, create a Snapjaw Swarm on the top of your deck. Again, you're doing this so that you can get your guaranteed lurk effect off. So it's 2 cost, 0/2, play, I start a free attack. That free attack is important because since it has Lurk, it's going to give all your other Lurker units one more. So pretty good card. Sharkling, basic Lurk unit. Bone Skewer, the same as Pike's champion spell. It's always good to get the champion spell in the list of cards. That way it can get buffed up through champion levels. Redfin Snout, grant an enemy vulnerable. Lurk. Again, more Snapjaw Swarm. A little interesting that they have both this card as well as Bloodbait. Seems like it might be a bit overkill, but we'll see. Petty Officer. So this is going to be one of the few cards that doesn't start out as a Lurk within your deck. And you can even either summon a Powder Keg or a random 1-cost follower. You potentially might want to cut this just so you, well, this and then any other cards that aren't Lurkers, just so you always know you're going to get a Lurk effect off. So Pike at 4. The Under Titan attack, if I have 5+ power, give me Fearsome, Overwhelm, and Spell Shield. So once you get this stacked up and have that Lurk effect, this can be very, very powerful. And Monster Harpoon, good removal, deal 5 to an enemy unit. Plunder, I cost 2 less. So pretty basic Lurk deck. Not blowing me away at the moment, but I mean, it seems fine. Pretty much what you'd expect with Pike. Granted, with the deck, it is very focused on late game, just Pike absolutely annihilating the enemy board. Let's go look at the champion level ups. So Sharkling gets Great Club. Yeah, fine, not bad. I think I would rather just have some basic stats, but can be decent. Snapmaw Swarm gets Pickaxe. That's pretty good. So it can actually always have at least some damage, not going to be 0 anymore. Hammer Snout gets Great Club. Again, more Overwhelm. Not too bad. So Monster Harpoon gets Forbidden Idol. Plunder, I cost 3 less, and it already has Plunder, I cost 2 less. So essentially, if you get Plunder off, it's going to cost 1. So, yeah, pretty good. I always like it when items just double down on what you're already trying to do. The Under Titan gets Ancient Coin, so it goes to a 4-cost. Bone Skewer gets Ardent Sensor, so top ally in your deck 3/3. And if it works, that's actually hilarious because you're putting your ally at the top of your deck. So if this buffs, like if this happens after it's at the top of your deck, then that's hilarious. So you're essentially putting them there and then buffing them. Hopefully it works like that. If it does, then that's great. Petty Officer gets Phage. Okay, you're probably not going to want to cut it anymore because that's a lot of stats. Bloodbait gets Summoning Beacon. Pretty good. I mean, it's going to cost 1, so it's going to give you a 1-cost unit, but still not bad for filling your board. Petty Officer getting Skirmisher Saber. Bloodbait getting Hand Sensor. Pretty decent. Alright, so fine. Not as crazy as like LeBlanc, but probably better than like Kindred. So relics for Pike actually wouldn't be bad to get a just flat stat increase, just so you're hitting that 15th threshold faster. So that wouldn't be bad. Corrupted Star Fragment, getting more stats again on your Pike, pretty good. Now your Pike will sometimes get recalled if you're using his champion spell, so this will de-incentivize that, but not too bad. Crown Guard Inheritance probably would work pretty well. Probably don't want to play Gale Force. So when I'm summoned, I strike the strongest enemy. This could be decent both for leveling up your Pike, and then when you play your Pike, he'll potentially have a much higher attack because of the Lurk effect. So Stalker's Blade and Gatebreaker potentially can be decent. You might want to get Scourge's Stash. Since you already have your cheap units having Overwhelm, you potentially will be able to get that Plunder effect off pretty early. And so being able to play a Pike earlier, starting him to level up, also not bad. I'm sure there'll be some decent relics. Nothing just shouts out as too amazing at the moment. Those strike effects could be pretty useful, though, to level him up faster. if you do use more than one strike effect, I would suggest putting your Stalker's Blade at the bottom. So your relics they activate from top to bottom. And so if you're playing with like a Stalker's Blade and a Gatebreaker, you want to put Gatebreaker first so that Pike would potentially level up, and then get the Stalker's Blade to go off, and then he just clears the board by killing everything. So try to do it in that order if you're going to play with that. That's it for the first impressions, though. Little sad that they didn't link this, so we're not 100% sure what this is. His star power is probably going to be pretty good. His deck, not crazy, but it is a lurk deck. It is kind of what you would expect, and that's perfectly fine. Pike is tons of fun to play. Glad he is back in the game. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you did. We're putting out tons of content for Path of Champions, so subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Very helpful and helps us at the channel. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching that video all the way to the end. If you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe. We're putting out multiple videos every single day for Path of Champions content. So if that interests you, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and welcome to the channel. Have a great day.